Okay, the time is 9:45 on Tuesday, the 26th of January 2015, Australia Day. I'll title this video, Cultural Diversity Has Nothing to Do with Australia Day. Okay, I'll just put forth my statements again. Australia Day is really the representation of Captain Phillip coming to Australia in the 26th of January 1788. He left Britain on the 12th of May 1787, sailed via Africa across to South America, Rio de Janeiro, back to South Africa, back across, on a new land which no one knew much about at all. They knew nothing of the Australian culture at the time. They had no idea of anything. Cultural diversity did not even exist at the time. So it's all bull crap and bullshit which has been brought forward by the feminist, cultural Marxist feminist people who want to put a social change to Australia. And I tell those cultural Marxist feminist people, I am their worst nightmare on earth. I will talk about this online all the time, and I will expose this. We need to go back to our roots and basic history, not the lies and rubbish which is being put out by sex and gender and equality people. I know the stuff. I have a Bachelor of Social Science in that stuff. Mate, you can't fool me. I know what I'm talking about. And I want the world to know. Australian history started with Captain Cook in 1777 when he discovered Australia. Before that it did start, yes, it started through the Aboriginals. They had their own history, their own ways of doing things, their own ideologies. Well, that I do accept, and I want to accept their culture. We must accept the Aboriginal culture, but it had nothing to do with the starting of Australian history as we know today. It came through Britain, through the colony of New South Wales. And at that time, Australia did not exist. It was known as New South Wales, named after a British country, state, and it was not known of at all by many people in 1787 until Captain Phillip came in. It was an uncharted land. So the Aboriginals' culture did not exist in the minds of the people who came. A lot of lies and false innuendo are being put today about this. Excuse me saying this in rough term, a lot of bullcrap and bullshit is being said, and what makes me very angry, Australia Day has passed in 2016, and the ex-general of Australia, Marist, is backing this rubbish. We need to look at the history of Australia through Captain Phillip, who left England in May 1787, sailed down the west coast of Africa, across to Rio de Janeiro in South America, a Brazilian colony at the time, because Britain didn't go into war with Spain, came back via the Cape of Good Hope, via a British and Dutch colony in what's now South Africa, and then cross right down south, very close to the South Pole, through to New South Wales. A 9-month journey. 11 ships, 2 of them were military ships. 6 of them were supply ships, were convict ships, and 3 of them were supply ships. An organised transportation of British people, which had many different cultures in them, in there to offload the British jail systems and start a new colony in what was to be called New South Wales, in Port Phillip and Port Arthur. They arrived here on the 26th of January 1788. The other states of Australia did not exist. They came through the colonists who went out in vengeance and started completely separate British colonies. So let us go back to the fundamental truths of history and historical evidence from the beginnings. Let us forget this bullshit and bullcrap which the feminists are putting across, which includes a whole set of different issues. I'll speak on this stuff on this blog. This blog's about it. It's all part of Agenda 21 and the coming of a new world order. Thank you very much and bye for now.